Good evening, guys and girls. I am your voice of choice, DrMarxout, bringing you this week's Go Home edition of Remedy. We're kicking things off with a Haas fight, as the final boss, Hugo Lazarus, taking on the impressive rookie Haku no Matata. This is our last show before we come to you guys live Sunday night with When Fluffy Bunnies Attack. Final boss not on the card for that. Not exactly happy about it. Is looking to get back into some sort of title contention. We know he's been close to getting the TV title shots over in Supernova. Speaking of Supernova, Lord Stackworth, the chippiest of the stacks in the feed. Lazarus has been going back and forth with Bake, Alex Cross, the Blood God Layaga, and current champion Steve Taylor over in Supernova. Still love to get his hands back on that World Championship title over here in Blitz. The title that he was the only other person besides Randy Monio that hurt. So, yeah. Cannot look past his opponent tonight, though. Beige Rage is in the building. Brings the party with him. I must say, Drum Alpha's probably going to get Rookie of the Year if the current trend continues. But Haku's probably my favorite new signee to Blitz this season. I know I've got to be impartial because, you know, I'm a commentator, but we love Beige Rage. And he loves everybody until the bell rings. See it? Nope. I thought we were going to get a big man death split. Always disappointed. Always looks like he wants to do it, then realizes he might not be able to get back up. Hugo Lazarus, Haku no Matata. Haas fight opening match. We are live. Big Mongolian chop out of Haku. Boxes the ears of the final boss. Hangs him up on that second rope. Off the ropes. Throws all that weight. Looking to be about 350. And splits the uprights. Big splash. Rookie's in full control here early. Off the ropes. Splash to the back. Haku out of the gate quick here. 3 count, way out of position. Barely gets a 1. Haku in full control early here, the former champion. Lazarus be introduced to that turnbuckle post. Hugo's not even able to get out of the gate here. Haku's dropping all that weight across the back one more time with the splash. A playing of the crowd here in the storm shelter. Has Lazarus up. Deadlifts into that walkout power slam. Treat Lazarus like he's a cruiserweight, like he's not about 305. Big issue I have with Nomatad is he does kind of pander the crowd a little more often than I'd like to see. Lazarus catches him with the headbutt to the sternum. Goes for another one. Haku, though, catches him. Has him up into the gourd buster. I know he draws on the energy he gets from the fans, but he's kind of going a little deep to that well. Has Lazarus up. Snaps out the powerbomb. Falls into the cover. Could be looking to make quick work here. Lazarus kicks out at 2.5. Matada sends him into the turnbuckle sternum first. Walks in with a big back elbow though. Lazarus goes for that flip out lariat. Gets pushed away by Matada. Boxes the ears though. Hugo has him up. Spins out the neck breaker. And the Blood God's here. Has his eyes on Lazarus. We know the wars these two have gone to. There's that Samoan spike. The Blood God's doing what the Blood God do. Has Lazarus hooked up into that pump handle exploder suplex. This rivalry going back to last season's final cut. The final boss going to come out victorious here, but that one's getting an asterisk. So we move on to women's action. As Luna Osgood, tag team partner of our #1 contender, taking on Nevaeh Carter, who's one of Chip Stackworth's ones to watch this season. And Stephanie Basic looking to get some redemption after not having the best start to this second season. An Iceman in the feed officially. I just got a note, Blood God came down saying he wants more competition. Apparently our other #1 contender, Nick Bruiser's also here looking for a fight tonight. So our general manager, Graham Connors, has officially booked Nick Bruiser Jr., the Blood God Leaga, for our main event tonight. That's almost a pay-per-view match. That's going to be nasty. I don't know how I'm going to call this one now, because I'm going to be looking forward to that. Still professional. I got this. Osgood, Carter, Basic, coming up here on Remedy. We await the first woman out here. Nevaeh Carter, there we go. I was waiting for the lights to come back on. Thank you, Power Company. There we go, Pyro, that lights up everything, including our bills. Very exciting, Nevaeh Carter. Has one of the meanest looking moves in the company, I gotta say. She doesn't get to hit the pearly gates often, but when she does, it looks like it's gonna rip the head off of whoever she hits with it. Big fan. Big fan. One half of the Chaos Emeralds. I'd like to say the forgotten half of the Chaos Emeralds. Luna Osgood. In rare singles competition here. Their tag team partner Shannon Higgins getting her first shot at Blitz singles gold on Sunday night at When Fluffy Bunny's attack against Callie Dane. Those two have been beating the bricks off of each other. Luna's got even less respect for the Pyro budget. Which one are you not a fan of, Chip? Are you not a fan of Carter? Are you not a fan of Osgood? I'm not a fan of her completely spending all of the year's Pyro budget in a 5-minute period. Stephanie Basic, who spent the first half of her season debut last year looking absolutely impressive. Then she had that kind of personality switch. She kind of went off the deep end. I don't know if hanging around Allie Stars affected her performance, but she kind of needs to step her game up. I'm still a big fan of hers. I don't like the attitude, but she's definitely talented as hell. I think she realizes a little too much. Carter. Osgood. Basic. Daddy's 3 count. Calling it. Opening bell. Basic going right after Carter here. Has her up and drops her with the shin breaker and slingshots back into the suplex. Osgood snaps into the drop toe hold, plants Basic face first. Basic now catching the fist from both sides. Carter going after Osgood. Slingshots off ropes, forearm to the lower back, makes it a pair. Basic goes for the drop kick. Carter just kind of takes it and walks it off. Big overhead fall away slam. Huge high kick, almost a roadhouse. Snaps off the forearm. Basic staggered in the corner, playing it up top side. Carter looking high impact early. Takes Basic the whole way up. Into the superplex. Basic gonna roll to the outside and rethink her life. Carter stops the forearm shot, runs through with the fist into the mush. Has Osgood up and plants her with that Baker bomb. First cover attempt. Gets a 2.5 out of Thaddeus' 3 count. Basic with the low kick into the rib kick. Drops the lariat. Now that short arm bar. Basic trying to step through the skull. Runs through that knee. Turns Carter completely inside out. I was ripping at the eyes almost. And then Osgood just comes through with the drop kick to the face of Carter. Basic spins out the neck breaker. Osgood's dropped. Scout away, friendo. Big running enziguri from Nevaeh Carter. Surfboards the legs, has Basic back into that short curb stomp. That was good back in. Spins off the right hand into Carter. Transitions right into that side Russian leg sweep. Even though she herself was not Russian. And that short rear chin lock. Basic right there to break it up. I was going to run through with forearms through everyone walking right now. Carter grabs a hold center far side off the ropes. Catches with the drop kick to the ribs. Drops Osgood with the double axe handle. Doubles it up. Comes through. Shoulder tackle to the ribs. Mini wave. Into the back elbow. Basic back in. Staggers Osgood with the forearm to the back. Gets caught with the right hand. Basic counters that falling arm breaker. Gets caught with the stun gun on the top rope though, and she changes her attention back to Carter. Carter low kick. Into the rib kick. Back roundhouse. Into the heaven sent. Cover attempt. Basic kicks out at 2 one more time. Osgood back in. Plants her with the flatliner. Double leg drop. Throws it out again. Osgood catches a forearm from Carter. Throw out those low kicks to the knees. Basic comes up. Spin backwards neck breaker. Basic now throwing the forearms to the lower back of Osgood one more time. Going to the most Canadian move ever that's not a destroyer. It has her locked in the sharpshooter deep. Osgood taps. Basic finally gets her first win of the season. Gotta say, those kicks that Carter were throwing out to the legs, though. Carter looked very good most of this match. Hit the heaven sent combo on Basic. Basic would slip out of the ring. Osgood would come in, distract her. And Basic would come out of nowhere, clamp in that sharpshooter. Thank you, camera guy. Osgood had absolutely nowhere to go. Except for on the L train. Chugga, chugga, choo choo. Stephanie Basic victorious here. Our first of 2 women's matches. We take a break from the women's to go on to our Blitz division as our current #1 contender, Ollie Oxenfree, taking on Yokai. I want to say these two were supposed to have a couple matches over the last couple weeks, but the current champion's not exactly thrilled about Mr. Mohawk having a shot. Kind of been trying to lay him out every chance he gets. By kinda, I mean he's been laying him out every chance he gets. Has also been going after Yokai because he sees that he's impressive, I guess. I don't know. This is OG Yokai. This is the guy that trained Simon Taro Yokai. Yokai looking to recapture the magic that got him that victory at the season's beatings opening event. He's picked up wins here and there, still hasn't quite got the combination and the formula together to get him into a title match. Which Ollie just kind of fell into by throwing everyone onto their face, so... I guess you just gotta figure out what works. The fact that our Blitz Division champion may be a guy in a kilt after Sunday night both warms my heart and just has me shaking my head, but I love it. Well, Taro is Yokai too. Where does he fall on that list? And who the hell's Brokai? Did I miss one? So we straighten out the Yokai situation. The actual Yokai making his way down into the storm shelter. First two-time Super Junior champion over in Hajime Puro. Also has the record for the longest reign at just under 3 years. Put that in perspective, people. He reigned that division for longer than some people have careers. I didn't mean for that to rhyme, it just happened. Second reign was almost another half year on top of it, so he spent basically 3 years of his career running a division. First reign was actually cut short by Simon Terra when he was still under the Yokai 2 mask. All the other locks and free. Yokai. Blitz Division opening bell action is a go. Okay, so he's the black Yokai, but he's not Yokai black. I like how that works. Thought we were getting a clean break at 0-3, though, thinking otherwise. Yokai sends him into that neutral corner. Hard oxen before he bounced out. Gets caught that split-legged jawbreaker. As Yokai's arm drag takeover, drops the leg on the elbow joint. And throws off that Misaki kick. Collarbone tie-up Yokai. Transitions into the standing wrist lock. Spins back into the hammerlock. Apparently we're getting technical here. Pushes Oxenfree off. Sends him far side off the ropes. Ducks the clothesline, flips into the Pele kick. Oxenfree though fights back with the up kick. And runs through with the soccer style kick to the knees of Yokai. Yokai drops the leg, up and over into the Kataro Bulldog. First cover attempt of the match. Gets a 2 count. Retaliates that kick he took to the back. Snaps off that perfect neck breaker. Throws that basement drop kick out. I'm sorry, the who? I didn't spend as much time in Mexico as you did. Yokai pops up that Rana. Up top rope. Hits the Phoenix down. Looks like he caught a little more of his ribs than he would have liked. Falls into the cover though, back press. And Yokai victorious here over the #1 contender. Relatively quickly too. Nightmare though, and runs through with the kick. Plants Oxenfree. Blitz Division champion out here laying waste to everything in his path. Apparently not exactly thrilled he took that L to Eddie Matua the other night. Man, it's... Lots of people having bad times. And apparently we're staying on the mayhem path. As Amadeus Keith and Brandon Gates teaming up for the first time on TV, and that's going to be nasty. Taking on FCK. Kirsty Ramone and Jay Hellion making their Season 2 debut as a team. Amadeus Keith, we know, has been kind of not thrilled with his position in Mayhem as of late. I don't know if it's just Mayhem as a whole or if it's just he doesn't like Cade. You know, I think everybody is somebody's favorite wrestler, except for DJ 404. I don't think he's anybody's favorite wrestler. I'm sure somebody in, I don't know where he's from, I think Iowa. I'm sure there's some little kid that went out and just bought the Keith Mayhem shirt that was on sale for like a week. Clearly that was the American youth, not the British youth, because I'm sure they would have said he's a right proper something or other. My British slang is terrible. No, you got it. That's actually spot on. You nailed it. We await the first team out here. There's so much upside to Jay Hellion. Gates coming out with a lantern for some reason. I don't know if that's shots to the Fallen. Keith looks a little bit crazier than him, I'm not gonna lie. Gates, former two-time Supernova Pro TV champ, former two-time Supernova Pro Cruiserweight champion. I don't think I'm missing any, am I? The first man in Supernova Pro to join the Church of Ripley. Project Mayhem's here. There's a long history between the Fallen and Mayhem. I think it's just a battle over the crazy bastards. I mean, they're kind of two sides of the same crazy dollar coin thing. Ramone coming out first here for FCK. I would argue to say that Brandon Gates is if memory serves, he is the most decorated member of Mayhem. I mean, he's a 4-time champion. Technically, Nightmare's also a 4-time champion, but he wasn't part of Mayhem for most of that, so I don't know if I count that. Breeze is a 3-time champ. Dane's a 3-time champ. Palmer's a 3-time. Cade's 2-time champion. Ripley's held a belt for a cup of coffee. Yeah, I think that's about it. Bryce Warren's a champion now, which really hurts me to say. Even Mel Miller is a champion with Project Mayhem. Speaking of former champions, Jay Hellion, former Blitz Division champion last season. After getting his title shot bounced around until after that, I am having a complete brain fart now. That title battle royal that was won by Power Cat, which also hurts me to say. Well, if you can't be Stackworth with the facts worth, we have to have a doctor in the building to keep track of the facts, so. She's a tag-along champion, but she's still a champion. Unless there's the night when Callie Dane wants to take that strap back off of her. Because they are freebirding it. I think Power Cat's the unofficial mascot of Cat 5. We're starting off with the big men of the teams. Keith just noticeably bigger. Spikes Ramon face first into the mat. We know Ramon and Cade have had that back and forth rivalry going into the Headhunter contentionship. So I don't know if this is kind of Cade laying waste to a rival. Got dumped up to the apron by Keith. But we also know Cade and Keith haven't been agreeing together, so it's a weird time. Keith dropping his big right hands to the sternum of Ramon, though. Tags in Gates. Gates heading up topside, looking to do something stupid. Dives down with the headbutt. That'll shorten a career for both the recipient and the guy throwing it. Into that perfect plex on the outside. Ramon's leg bounced off the steps. Didn't bridge it up because he's outside. There's no reason to. Now raking at the eyes of Ramon. And steps on the back of the neck. Ramon trying to get that tag in. Gates right there to stop it. Ramon standing switch in the corner. Sends Gates down into the FCK corner. FCK, the former top-selling shirt at shop.bwo.com, was replaced by all the Mayhem gear. Gates dropping a double hip toss. Kick. Dumps Hellion out to the playground. Kicks down low. Has Hellion up. Power bombs him onto the apron. The hardest part of the ring. Gates has so little regard for everybody's well-being in the match, including his own. Ducks underneath Tiger. Refs count at 7. Hellion being bounced into the steps.
8.
Keith tagged in.
9.
Apparently Mayhem's going to take the count out victory here. And I'm receiving word we are going to let that slide just because, I don't know, apparently the ref seen something in Hellion when he was getting bounced out there by Gates. I'm sure this will not be the last time these teams face off, though. Italian just short of the count, getting back in. We're gonna move on here. And we're sticking with Mayhem, apparently. So I made a comment on Storm how none of our champions were going to be participating in tonight's festivities. Apparently, the women didn't like that. So last week on Remedy, we seen, as Mr. Stackworth would refer to her, Trash Miller take on Valentina in a losing effort. Power Cat, I don't know what he's doing. He didn't get back in contact with us to sign back on. We'll see what we can figure out. Valentina came up with a victory the other day over Miller. Breeze wanting to get one back for the team against CC Bones. These two teams will face off for those women's tag team titles on Sunday night. Breeze and Miller looking to keep Mayhem's grip on those straps alive, or Air Carumba looking to be the first team to dethrone Mayhem. Still boggles my mind that they've been holding the belts since their inception. Of course, those were won by Callie Dane and Breeze. Dane focusing solely now on keeping her women's title on her waist. I guess told Ripley they need to bring on another woman. He went to Mel Miller. Worked at Ripley Magic, brought her into the fold. No one still knows why that was his pick. I've just learned to stop questioning what Dante Ripley does. He's found a way to turn most of who he brings into the fold, though, into winners. I mean, Mel Miller's a tag-along champion. Bryce Warren's a champion. So whatever's in that water apparently works. Miller coming out to support her partner here. Could be the last time we see them belts wearing those Mayhem A's. I guess technically we'll also see it Sunday night when Fluffy Bunny's attack, but last time we'll see it on one of our shows. It's not a pay-per-view. Maybe that's what he likes about her, because she's a terrible human being. I don't know. But where she hasn't won any other matches outside of the title defense they had, and as luck would have it, she was the one that got the win in that title defense, so that's what matters. I guess CC Bones knew she was going to have to keep eyes in the back of her head, bringing Valentina out here. The fact that you have Mel Miller's yearbook is alarming. CC Bones is another one we see a lot of big upside in. If she didn't run into the brick wall that was Callie Dane last season, she might still be women's champion. Breeze going right to work with that Frankensteiner takedown. Well, I guess that's important. Hits that drop toe hold on Breeze. I want to say this is the first singles matchup between these two. I'm with you. Hits that snap kick to the sternum. Breeze fighting back with the Queen Hippo punch. Goes for that knockout knee. Bones seeing it coming, sidesteps. It does not sidestep that snap forearm. Gets hung up in the tree of Keanu Reeves. Breeze heading up top. Hits that stomp. Almost that modified C defeat. Bones, though, completely walks it off into that overhead butterfly suplex. Pulling Breeze away from the ropes. Drops the elbow low. Makes it a pair. Up to 4. Apparently trying to completely dismantle the lower midsection. Spins it out. Jumps up one more elbow. Snaps off another kick. As over Breeze snaps off that short curb stomp. Miller up on the ring, distracting Bones. Breeze up, throws that right hand, catches Bones slipping. Goes for that Enziguri though. Bones sidesteps one more time. Up on the shoulders into that head scissor takeover. Breeze out to the apron, thinking about her life. Bones takes her out to the playground right in front of Miller. Electing not to give immediate chase, Miller brings Breeze back to her feet. Bones heads out, sends Breeze right back in. Walks right into the forearm from Breeze. Bones then head first into the corner, fights right out immediately with the elbow. Gets that far slide off the ropes. Into that Japanese style arm drag from Breeze. Breeze has Bones up. Snake eyes into the corner. Falls into the cover forearm of the face, barely gets a 1 count out of Fatty's 3 count. Falls into the arm breaker. Gonna take away that roll them Bones. Staying to work on that arm now. And that short side headlock. Bones are right back up, standing side headlock. Sends Breeze off the ropes. Leapfrogs over, ducks underneath. Counters her with an arm drag of her own. Not of the Japanese persuasion. Walks into a low kick. Breeze spikes her with the DDT. Floats right into the cover with the back press. Hooks the leg. 1.5 count. Bones outside on the apron right in front of Miller. Gets taken out to the playground. Miller backs off. Does not want to get Breeze disqualified here. I guess Bones thought she was in for a little more trouble than she wanted to sign up for. Runs back in, right back to work on Breeze. Went for that spinning chop. Didn't look like she got all of it. Hits off that perfect neck snap. Miller's distracting Bones one more time. This time just not getting up on the apron. Looked like Bones was going to go for that roll them Bones right hand. Breeze has her up. Spikes her with that rear brainbuster. Bones are fighting back to that up kick. Breeze right back out to the playground. Bones gives chase. But the quick stop to the outside fighting. Spins Breeze around, snaps off a DDT of her own. No, I don't know what's up with Breeze right now. Bones that cartwheel moonsault. Miller distracted Thaddeus 3 count. Bones right back up top. Could be looking for it here. C defeat. Almost a variation of the gate crasher. Miller right back up on the ring. I think Bones knows she had a 3 count there. Right back up top. Miller's getting thrown out of here. Apparently 3 counts had enough of the shenanigans. Bones comes down with that tilt twirl arm drag. Runs through Breeze with a forearm. Comes out of the corner with a lariat. Has a hold of her. Plants the bulldog. Bones in absolutely full control here. Breeze turns around. Blocks the right hand though. Snaps off the forearm shot. Bones then off the ropes. Breeze ducks the line. Pops up into the Rana. Breeze kicks down low. Sabreeze super kick right in front of Valentina. Looked right at her when she did it. Kicks down in the midsection. Spins out. Trenzado. Hooks the leg. 3 count. Slow to get down. Say what you will about Melanie Miller. She did everything she needed to do to get the win for Project Mayhem there. Breeze may not have been focused for a good portion of the match, but came back too when she needed to. There's that snap DDT. Breeze hit early. Bones would hit that beautiful cartwheel moonsault, would come back off the top immediately and hit C defeat rather right afterwards. That modified gate crasher, ironically enough used by Brandon Gates of Project Mayhem. Breeze would come back, snap off Sabreeze, go immediately into the Trenzado. The Ladies of Lunacy victorious here. And that newly set up main event from earlier in the show coming up here. Nick Bruiser, the official #1 contender to whoever wins that match between Jerome Alpha and Ray Damonio on Sunday night. Monday afternoon, Storm will cash in that title shot immediately. Does not want to wait for the pay-per-view. I don't know if he's expecting whoever comes out of that just to be hurt. I don't know if he just wants to immediately lay claim to that belt. If you don't know what Stackworth's referencing, I think Leaga has spent more time interfering in people's matches than he has had in actual matches this season. Came out and interfered in our opening match already tonight, so. And I just received word also on next Monday's edition of Storm. Leaga will be in action against the final boss Hugo Lazarus and Hakuna Matata. Because I guess Haku wanted a piece of Leaga before the ref came out and separated the whole shenanigans. We know those two have been going back and forth on the social media interwebs. I'm with it. The man that knocked out Ray Damonio 3 weeks ago. You do have to chalk a part of the assist to Jerome Alpha, who assaulted Daemonio before the bell. But Bruiser did the work. When Fluffy Bunny's attack is Sunday evening. Probably going to be held right around the same time we started tonight's episode. So, 10 o'clock Pittsburgh time. We do know Blackout is also going live that afternoon. They'll be on earlier in the day, though, so, you know. Pay attention to the Supernova Pro feed. Because you never know, this guy might show up and ruin every match again. But Blood God in his second match here. Victorious in his debut. I don't even remember who he fought in his debut, to be completely honest. I want to say it was Infierno. That sounds about right. Asked for his walking papers from Supernova Pro, saying he wasn't challenged enough, came here. And then decided he was going right back to Supernova and ruin every match he possibly can. Said he wants competition. Pretty sure walking into there with Nick Bruiser Jr. is going to be the competition he wants. NBJ, the Blood God Leaga, main event bell. Haas fights live. Leaga right to work. Snaps off that overhead belly-to-belly suplex. Terry Gates on the outside for Bruiser Jr. Blood God staying on top of Bruiser. Bruiser the right back up into the airplane spin. The on-the-shoulder persuasion. I guess that's more of a helicopter spin. I don't know. Throwing the right hands out of the back of Leaga. Leaga stunned into the corner. Gets hung up and then dropped. There we go. And then Tria Keanu. One of the 3 kicks Bruiser has in his arsenal. Bruiser snaps off that right hand. Comes off the ropes. Throws out a left. Bruiser going to work with those shots to the guts early. Leaga came out strong now, completely having to fight back here. Gets planted with that short curb stomp. Comes back up, knockout knee. Bruiser fights back with a back body drop. Now biting at the fingers of the Blood God. Not going to work those cross-face shots. Leaga's felt those all throughout most of his career. Those matches he's had with Bake. Bruiser on the quick cover, barely gets a 1. Into that short headlock. Leaga now fights back into the side, into the standing side headlock, pushes, gets popped up though into that right hand. Now Bruiser showing some submission game rather. I can talk, I promise. Has the Blood God up in the stretch muffler. Leaga, though, showing some power and agility, throwing the rights to the top of the head, breaking the hold. And Bruiser just matrixed the clothesline. Who the hell knew he could do that? Gets caught with that pump handle fall-away slam, though, almost ended up in the 3rd row. Blood God back in control here. Bruiser, though, has him up into the military press slam. Brings Leaga up just to drop him with that discus right hand. Blood God reeling now. Sent off the ropes. Bruiser ducks. Lucha bump in the middle. Leaga picks him up to snap off that overhead belly-to-belly suplex one more time. Now Blood God throwing out the cross faces. Bruiser spiked that chop to the top of the head. Leaga staying with it, drops another one. Now the Blood God forearm to the face. Bruiser though kicks out of one quick. That's what we love about the hashtag Hoss fights. Don't get a lot of pretty out of it usually. Leaga, that overhead gut wrench Baker toss. Bruiser sweeps the leg, much in the style of that Cobra Kai dojo. Takes Leaga off the apron with the right hand. Gates throwing those low right hands one more time to lower abdomen. Trying to drive all the air out of Leaga's lungs. And some of the lunch out of his stomach. Throws a crossbody now, flashing the leather one more time, throwing the bombs. Bruiser has Leaga up on the shoulders, spins him out with a hurricane spin one more time. And apparently 3 counts just not counting this out. I didn't realize we were running no count out here. Leaga bounced face first off the apron. 6 out of 7 dog walkers will say that's the hardest part of the ring. Leaga's up. Bruiser spikes him with that forward falling slam. Bruiser looked like he was getting ready to head up top. I was real excited for a second. Right hand in the back. Leaga stunned, gets back up there, spins around. Walks into that right hand haymaker though. And Leaga might be unconscious. Bruiser continues his winning ways. I mean, it could be our next champion, maybe 2 champions from now. Offering the handshake, and the Blood God surprisingly accepts it. Blood God wants competition. He found some here in Nick Bruiser Jr. And that's going to do it for our last edition of Remedy before the pay-per-view. And Nick Bruiser Jr. continues getting better every match. And that is a scary-ass thought. For the Digital Triad, for Chip Stackworth, for BIW, wherever he may or may not be, I have been your voice of choice, DrMarxout, and I am signing off for the evening. We will see you Sunday night.